We continue our lesson. Please take a look. All right. We finished the introduction about the learning attitude. And second, the benefit of meditation. We have finished. Okay. And then about the conditions. So in condition self-restraint, we have finished. And the adequacy of the requisite is about occupation. We have finished. Okay, now we are in the number 3, living in a leisure and quiet place. So we expect to finish number 3, stop outer costs and businesses, close to Kayana Mitata, and come to the condemned desire and abandon hindrances, which is our inner problem. So I think we will be somewhere there. Okay, so class, let's take it. Okay, living in the leisure and the quiet place. So previously, we talked about the job, okay, right livelihood. So right livelihood meaning to say that livelihood is the process of making a living, okay. So legally obtaining all of life necessities such as clothing, food, lodging, and transportation is called right livelihood, okay. So this is quite important. So I remember in previous lesson we talked about the job, and also I mentioned about nowadays unit trust, share, all this stuff. Am I right, Junjie? I mentioned all this before, right?
No, we did not talk about unit trust and share. Yeah, but we talked about the right of livelihood. Yeah.
Right livelihood only. Okay. Class. Basically, let's say Yuki, did I mention about the unit trust share before in this section? No.
No.
Okay. For nowadays, I think it is common to do investment, and it is quite necessary to make some investments to have a better income. Anyway, if let's say you do the investment, you have to choose the right share or right unit trust. Okay, basically try to avoid. The company involved in maybe alcohol company, company sell alcohol. Maybe the gambling company, but basically the gambling company in their financial report, they write it's a gaming company. This is a gaming. They try to avoid. I think they feel embarrassed also. Okay, and also the secret company. Basically, if let's say you buy the share, if let's say you just buy the share is fully under this company, well, it might not be that good because you own. According to the definition of share, you own that share means you are the owner, one of the owner. So you have to bear some karma. But anyway, sometimes the company, there's a conglomerate, meaning to say that they run a variety of the business. Maybe this type of illegal activity, just partial. Okay, if let's say it is not that obvious, basically, it's not necessary for you to be so pure. Not that necessary for being so pure. So maybe just because if let's say you want to be, if you wish for being pure, you better maybe all the FD in your bank, you better transform it, become the cash and keep it in your house. Because how the bank pay us the interest in FD also partial of the loan, they launch the loan. Some borrower they involved in all this illegal industry. Is it correct? And sometimes once you buy the unit trust, the fund, the fund also will include this type of illegal activity. If let's say the portion is very small, basically you're not request for being so pure. For me, I don't think pure, make it pure is good for you. Maybe can cause you trouble. You see, some religions, they're quite particular on this. Do you know that they got one Sharia EPF? Have you heard about that Sharia EPF? Why there's a Sharia EPF and why there's an Islamic main bank or Islamic public bank? It's because they very emphasize on the purity or the money come from. Okay, so let me say because they are quite different because of monotheism. Everything. they get frightened in the last day, you know. They call it was the judgment day, you know. They will judge. Okay, so the God will judge them accordingly. So they will try to weigh because between all the good deed and bad deed you have, or if the bad deed is heavy, then the good deed maybe the God will throw you to the hell. So really scaring for people, you see. So it makes them try the best for being purity. Whereas we about the karma. Well, since Buddhism, for Buddhists, you have so many future life, and the cultivation, you need many life, and you will continue reincarnate for many life. So it's not that necessary for being so pure. If let's say you cause a lot of trouble in your life, you see, you can hardly to get 100% pure, the way I see it. Am I right? I myself have to keep the fund for my temple also, you see. I considered that before. It seems not logic for being 100% pure. If really want to pure, I mean, all the money I turn it become the gold and keep in my house. That's the purest way. It's not practical to do it this way. Okay, get it? Any question regards this? I think quite clear how how the perceptions to all this. Okay, and one thing is, of course, please do the investment instead of speculation. So make sure you know the definition between both of it. Okay, and then you properly own. I mean, you do the proper investment is considered. It's a good. I mean, how should I pray? It's a legal activity. It's a right livelihood. And of course, speculation. It will create. I mean, you will be irritated. If the market go up and down. And due to the volatility of the market, you can't sleep well. Also, that is the trouble. Okay, so this is about the additional point. Okay, so right livelihood. So now we go to the living in a leisure and quiet place. Okay, Mrs. Cake, can you please read it out? Number 3 and number 4. Yes.
Morning, Mrs. Cake. Living in a leisure and quiet place. Leisure means not busy. Quiet means not noisy. There are 3 ideal places. I think it should be ideal. Ideal places for meditation. That is jungle, arana, which is away from community, 3 to 4 miles, suitable for herding livestock and quiet. Sangharam, which is away from a layman. Stop outer courses and businesses. There are 4 meaning. Number 1, stop occupation. 2, stop socializing. 3, stop learning skill. 4, stop academically pursuit. The resultant active mind from the above can be jeopardized and mental development.
Okay, thank you so much, class. Okay, is the point highlight already, class? Is the point highlight in your notes? Is this highlight ready? No, not yet. Okay, yeah. Please highlight the point. Okay.
Hi, good morning.
Junjie, the camera, the device is too close already. And you're on, and the mic and the speaker together, so there's a lot of echo. Okay, class. Okay. Now we talk about living in the quiet and the leisure place. Meaning to say that this is especially for the long-term meditation. If let's say you're going to meditate, maybe joining the retreat, there must be a quiet and a leisure place. There's a few suggestions. Number one is the jungle. It seems quite it seems quite not. It is quite impractical for you by staying in the jungle. But I think maybe Jandabat is a good replacement. Right? Jandabat, if you've been there before, most of the kuti at the resort is well equipped with the basic necessity, and you can enjoy the quietude there. All right. So I think instead of the jungle, you should go to the Jandabat. Basically, if you go to join the retreat, you wouldn't go by yourself. They will be the organizer who choose the place, maybe in Cameron Highland, then you go and enjoy. So the organizer will choose the proper place for you. If you are you are quite experienced yogi, and then you have to choose the place for yourself. So this is the number one. Okay. Second is aranya. Aranya basically, we define aranya is like a quite solitude place, and it is away from the community about 3 to 4 km. And the herding livestock, livestock is acceptable there. It's convenient there. Meaning to say that basically, if let's say, you see a class, if you want to choose, you want to do some retreat for yourself. Okay, sometimes, okay, you see, we are staying in we call it as the garden, right? We are staying in what? This we call what? What do you call it? 花園屋. In English, we call it what? We are staying in what?
Residential.
A residential area, yeah. Okay, sometimes the residential area will close to the market or the night market. If that's the case, it's not quite suitable for you to do the retreat. But if let's say you stay in your apartment, if let's say the neighbor is not noisy, I think your apartment itself is the good place for you to do the retreat by yourself. Am I right? Especially if you stay alone, right? If you stay alone, then the place is quite good for you to. It's considered a leisure and quiet place already. But anyway, if let's say, okay, practically if you stay with many people, so you will just tell people that, oh, I want to meditate for half an hour. Please, no more disturbing. You off the handphone. That is a quiet place already. Basically, the way I see it. Okay, the third one will be the Sangharama, meaning to say it's a temple. I think the ideal temple, the good example for the ideal temple is the temple in Cameron Highland. The way I see it, it's quite suitable for meditation. And if you rent their place, just pay a little sum, okay? For the maintenance fee, then you can meditate there, okay? So this is the idea. And Cameron Highland, it seems the temple there, they call it 3宝万佛寺. They try to, they do some, they segregate some area for tourists, and some area for the meditator. So that is, we call it as the place idea for meditation. Okay, if let's say Erdi run the one-day retreat, our place is quite ideal also. But sometimes, because the DPKL staff, they will come to do some gardening work, also noisy also. Nowadays, it is quite. It seems they use the tool create a lot of noise to blow all the leaf out. I think that's the disturbance only. All the residential area, mostly in KL, is still, it's still considerable good. It's still considerably good. But anyway, no matter you go to the Genting Highland, Temple of Genting Highland, Jandabai, or you really go to the jungle, you're out of KL. So just remember that the problem of the socialization is still in your handphone. If you go to the jungle together with your handphone, with a good Wi-Fi, then you on your Facebook, you on your WhatsApp, it's the same only. So in a simple way that you have to know, now the problem mostly come from handphone. So preferably if you go to join the retreat, so if possible, the organizer should keep your handphone for you. That's the best way. I used to do it because without keeping the handphone, the quality will be very bad. Everybody busy at handphone, they can't meditate. Secondly, if possible, if you go to join the retreat, better to invite your friend to go. Okay, if you call your friend to go, I know people prefer company, right? Oh, not that lonely. Then you cause trouble for yourself. If let's say you meditate quite well, okay, 10 days stay together, okay. So sometimes you will start to think, oh, my friend, okay, do you sleep well, eat well, okay. So you are forbidden for talking. So what will you do? A lot of eye gesture and hand gesture. So you do this, do that, and their face looks sick, or then you start to express your concern, but the way you do, maybe use the gesture or this, so you can concentrate well. If you are a serious meditator, please go alone. It's the best way you go alone. Don't invite any friend. Whatever trouble they have, basically the organizer, they got somebody to taking care of it. Even though a drop water of you to drink, they will prepare for you. Because if you join the retreat, nothing is more important than your breath. Nothing is more important than that. If you can meditate very well, you should be 7 days just with your breath, and you should be integrate with your breath. And you are your breath, and the breath is you. They will try to help you to reach that stage. Okay, did you get what I mean? So that is a few points for you to remember. Okay, it's about the leisure and the quiet places. See, suitable for herding livestock, meaning to say it's quiet. Then anyway, you have to stop the outer costs. A few outer costs. First, you have to stop your occupation, but just for a few days only. Okay, basically, because if you don't stop occupation, now I think most of the people they handle the business through the handphone. Maybe the bank transaction, maybe the order or what. If you don't stop for the particular day, your mind is always thinking about all this stuff. Okay, you see, I remember basically with Friday and the Sunday. Okay, we have a group sitting. Why are people complain that, oh, I can't sit well? Because especially Friday, they rush back after working, you see. If let's say they are not working from home, even though they work from home, you see, they have been spending 8 hours with a computer. A lot of communication take place. The mind cannot stop actually. It's just like a fan. It's still spinning, you see. Even you press the off button, the fan still spinning there, you see. So 45 minutes meditation of 30-minute meditation, they will say that, oh, the first 30 minutes, actually, my quality is not that good. So I have a 5-minute good quality. Then another 5 minutes, I start to plan my future already. So finally, 30 minutes, the good quality time is only 5 minutes. The reason is due to the working environment, especially your work involves a lot of planning and communication with the people. So your mind always lingering with this type of issue. See? So that's why 7-day retreat is the best number. While the first 3 days, you start to think about the past. Okay, and the last 3 days, you think about the future. So that only 1 day you can really integrate with your breath. Then the rest are all just think only. So that this is for a beginner. Once you master the skills very well, then you can avoid all this. So you have to avoid this. Second, you have to avoid socializing. Okay, I think you just keep your phone in your house the best way, because everything is in the handphone already. You see, you socialize also through the handphone, right? We are socializing also now we are talking also through the Zoom, right? So it's about the device problem. Okay, so this is 2 things. Third is you try to avoid learning some skills. During MCO, people learn the cooking, okay, and they usually feel during the culinary session. You see your class, basically, if you do all this stuff during the meditation, it involves planning also, you see. If you cook at home, you start to think, oh, what should I cook? Curry, okay, should I put milk coconut? Or just put some milk is better, which one cholesterol higher? A lot of planning involved there. So if really you come to meditate, we will prepare you the meal, you see. Don't let you to think a lot. You cook yourself, you also plan a lot. You can plan a lot, you see. Okay. You should refrain from learning any skills. We can learn many skills. Like maybe you want to learn how to play chess. Learn some now Korean dramas really so popular. Learn some Korean language or what. Okay. Maybe you learn some investment now. Nowadays very common. Learn how to invest. Okay. And then learn how to advertise in Facebook. Many things. All involve your hand. Everything is go back to your handphone. So anyway, so preferably you freeze your handphone in the freezer. That's the best way if you want to meditate. Okay. So one thing, one more thing is about learning the skill. You should stop learning the skill during the meditation. Lastly, you should avoid from study also. Okay. Nowadays also, okay. Sometimes. Since Google make life easy, you can do research according to your preference, okay? Or the Wikipedia can show you. It's a good study material, but anyway, you should stop learning, even though the Buddhism study, because sometimes the Buddhism study, the subject involve a lot of thinking. You see, like you study history of Buddhism. Recently, I just initiated the class. History of Buddhism in India, you see. This kind of subject can cost you a lot of thinking, you see. You start to analyze how come Theravada, they can eat meat, why Mahayana is a vegetarian, why they chant like this way, why the Myanmar chant in that way, Pali chanting, why the Ceylon chant in that way. A lot of thinking you can think. I see. So meaning to say, even though Buddhism study, you should be avoid during the retreat. Okay. Basically, there will be at least one such session where your seerah or the monk will give you the lecture as a motivation to you. They will motivate you. So it's not necessary for you to prepare any material during the retreat. No need. Don't do any reading. So just always be your breath and prepare yourself. But anyway, if let's say you're not ready, you'll be very boring. Because I don't know how do you endure every day 8 to 10 hours with your breath, and yet you feel boring. Then 7 days, I think you cannot endure. Finally, I think you want to run away. It happens, people run away, Or I heard that Guanyintang, he tried to run away, so he run, but all the fence have been locked down, So he tried to crawl the fence, but he had been pulled down and go back to meditate. Guanyintang, But finally, he becomes a great master of meditation. So funny, it happened to him, he got to crawl the fence, So people pull him down, meditate. Then finally he become a great master of meditation. So don't look down for yourself. You have to undergo the suffer. During the meditation. So you have to experience the leg pain. It's very numb. It's nothing. It's just like undergo the operation. No pain, no gain. So you have to really go through it. Okay. So this is about, the two factors involved. Okay, next we talk about after the outer course and the business, we go to the close to the Kayana Mitata. Okay, Long Ping, can you please read it out? Close to Kayana Mitata.
Close to Kayana Mitata, there are three assistants. Provide food and ensure the environment is conducive for meditation without create disturbance. Second, colleague. Practice together and mutually encourage each other without creating disturbance. Third, Acharya, teaching Arya, teaching various meditation methods. 4. Condemn desires and abandon hindrance. Among the desires and unwholesomeness that one should stay away from, there are the 5 desires and the 5 hindrances. The 5 desires are the desires for appealing visible forms, sounds, doors, tastes, and tangible things. Those who practice meditation have to collect the mind inwardly. So they have to stay away from these desires. They should not be confused by the momentary satisfaction that pleasures afford, but should realize their faulty appearance and use various theories and facts to degrade them. Look upon the five desires as deceivers, as violent people who want to appear good but are bad, or as sugar-coated poison, or as honey on the blade of a knife. Only in this way will one not take their appearances as pure and wonderful and as things to which one should not become attached. When mental attachment does not arise, this is called leaving the desires.
Okay, yeah. Please finish this among the five desires.
Five desires, sexual desire is the most serious. This is primarily a desire for tangible things, along with visible forms, sounds, odors, and tastes. It is extremely difficult to stay away from intimate sexual entanglement. How many people commit boundless evil with boundless suffering because of love between the sexes? The sutra describes sexual desire as a rope that binds one extremely tightly. It wounds the skin, severs the tendons, and breaks the bones. But one is still reluctant to be free of it. Such a state is opposite of meditation. So even by lay disciplines, if they want to practice meditation, have to control their sexual desires.
Long thing, this is we pronounce this the disciple, okay? This disciple. Then it should be entanglement, all right? Then one more long thing is this we pronounce as let's see, this long thing is acharya, acharya. This is the Pali terms, and long thing. This one is conducive. Yeah, please highlight the point. Okay. Long Ping, you are not English act, right? You're not English act, you are Chinese act, right? Long Ping, Li Ping, Li Ping.
Yeah.
Are you Chinese act?
Primary was Chinese school.
Okay, same as me lah. A raise hand by Zoom once to finish. Yeah, okay. Please put down your hand. Thank you so much, class. Okay. Please put down your hand. Okay. Okay. The meaning of the Kayana Mitata means a good friend. Well, there's a three type of good friend is necessary during the retreat. Number one is the assistant. Assistant meaning to say that they will help you to prepare the food, the beverage, okay? And they would, if let's say there will be some noisy outside, they will try to settle for you, okay? And they will prepare the kits, the medicine kit. If let's say you feel uncomfortable, they can help you. So this is number one, the assistant. So during the retreat, don't go to talk to your friend. You should call for the assistance to help. All right. Second is the Kaimitata is the friend also, but the friend who will encourage each other without disturbing each other. Okay, so sometimes you see, like here, they are also is a Kayana Mitata, you see. If let's say we notice somebody absent the class, you call, say, hey, why you absent the class? Preferably you come. So this is the help. If I mean, this is the merit by having a good friend, especially together. Because sometimes if we study, if we do the things by ourselves, basically, if let's say you are quite interested in doing something by yourself, okay, unless you already enjoy doing the thing, okay, or group setting is still necessary for you, you see. So second, the third is the teacher, acharya. During the retreat, you need a teacher to guide you. Sometimes you encounter some problem during the meditation, and sometimes you need teacher to guide you more method to meditate. So there is a three type of the Kayana Mitata is necessary during the retreat. Okay, and then now we go to the condemn the desire. Okay, okay. Before these sections, we talk about the external cause, the external cause which will affect us. Now we go back to our internal cause. All right. According to the definition, basically, we as a human, we are very craving to the external object. Okay, like what we see, the sound, the smell. Okay, what we smell and what we taste and what we touch. Basically, this external thing, they will bring us the momentary joy, which is very which is so obsessive to us. Okay, I think we talk about this in our 5 precepts. Okay, basically, I think we enjoy the 5 desire in a reasonable way. In a reasonable way, it's still acceptable. But if let's say, but if let's say before the meditation, you should try to avoid over obsess. To over enjoy the particular thing. I remember we have one Dharma friend who say, we prefer Musang King very much. Okay, so he tried to eat a lot of Musang King before the meditation. So finally he said, I cannot meditate well. Why? One thing is too full already. Okay, and too full already, so he said I cannot sit well. Some prefer drink the green tea. So after the green tea, you feel agitated and also too high, so cannot meditate well. If you're over hungry, also cannot meditate well. Because the one guy mentioned to me, during the retreat, he is so hungry for the chocolate muffin, you see. So during the meditation, the whole hour, just the chocolate muffin appeared in the mind. He said, I don't really meditate, I just meditate on the chocolate muffin. Because he's over hungry, you see. So meaning to say that you shouldn't over hungry, you shouldn't over full before, during the meditation session. Okay, so just be careful. And then this is something, we discussed that before. So now we go to the, now we go to the one by one for the hindrances. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's one point here, you see, class. Okay, if let's say the 5 object is too obsessive to you, you have to blame it. You have to, keep on telling yourself the shortcoming of this. You see, you know or not, in Erti, in WhatsApp, we form a group for, I mean, we call it as a 減肥, the club for reduce the fat. The club for dietary, we call it as a dietary club, is the good name. But in Chinese, we put it as a 減肥俱樂部, you see. So in this group, we always talk about how we reduce our, how to keep our diet, you know. So we will tell people, share people that, you see, I eat all the food in the origin way, right? In the original way. Oh, today I lost already because I ate a lot of rubbish food. Sometimes we will share this, you know. Okay. So I remember one of our member is a pharmacist, you know. So he showed us that, okay, today what I eat. So this is the, how to say, burnt cheesecake. During MCO, he said this is very common and popular burnt cheesecake. You see how I eat today. Then and then in the next sentence he said, it is a demon. He said, he said it's a demon. Why he have to? Actually, it is good for him to think like this. You see, if you are too obsessive to the burnt cheesecake, and you all remind yourself that, oh, this is a demon. So I think you will eat less if you criticize it. Am I right? If you don't, if you don't safeguard yourself, okay, I think maybe you just eat. Maybe you eat five or maybe you eat the cheesecake which is available. Or you eat all. But if you always keep mentioning that this is a demon, this is a demon, maybe instead of 5 cheesecake, maybe you just eat 1 piece or maybe 2 mouthful, then you stop already. So you sit it down. Then later on, he share, oh, I'm taking this sort of tablet, you see, he mean that to reduce the LDL, because genetically, her LDL is high. So he said, I take this tablet. I said, oh, I also take this supplement also, it's very good. So in the next sentence, it was, I said, since you start taking this, please don't scold your burnt cheesecake as demon anymore. Because this supplement is good enough to reduce your LDL. Enjoy the burnt cheesecake. I said, you know how does he reply me? He said, oh, finally I realized that the demon is not the burnt cheesecake. I myself is the demon, he said. Sometimes it's very funny, you know, this sort of group, you know, because because I myself in the middle age, it's very easy to getting fat, you know. So we need a group of people always to encourage each other, to share what I eat, the good thing and the bad thing, you see. So many to say this is recorded as a Kaya Mitata. There must be a group, like what you do the Qigong in the big group also. It's very helpful, you know. And also in Sunday, basically, I think Sharon, Mrs. Cake and Mrs. Lim and Teo, and Dew, they used to present, so they learn all the 6 of the skills, you see. If without this, quite hard for you to attain, to learn the thing, for being disciplined, it's quite hard for you for being disciplined. Okay, so that's why Kaya Mitata is important. And again, I come back to you demonize your obsessive object. I think it's quite necessary for you to demonize it. But of course, you enjoy at the same time. So meaning to say you enjoy at the same time, you say it's a demon, it's a demon, it's a demon. If you can't control, you have to be like that. That's the way. Okay, now we go to the next paragraph. It's about this, abandoning the greed. Can you please copy down the remarks in red first? Yeah, Sharon, can you please read through the whole paragraph, abandoning greed, please? On the mic, please.
Abandoning greed. Greed, the first unwholesome root, covers all degrees of selfish desire, longing, attachment, and clinging. Its characteristic is grasping an object. Its function, the red one also want to read?
Yeah, sure.
Its function is sticking as meat sticks to a hot pan. It is manifested as not giving up. Its proximate cause is seeing enjoyment in things that lead to bondage.
Okay, yes. So you're going to watch a video clip before the discussion. Okay, before this, Dio, are you Chinese act or English act? Dio, are you Chinese act? Yeah. Yuki, are you a Chinese act or English act?
I'm an English act.
Oh, no wonder lah. The way you speak with the leaping is quite different. Your English,
Okay.
yeah, your English is so perfect.
No,
It seems
perfect.
not the Chinese act people. Can you see the difference? We are Chinese act. We are speaking English, but the English is not. It's not the banana English, you know. It's very Chinese style English. The way I see a leaping and our English is quite different with yours. You are more pure and authentic. The way.
Not at all. We are Malaysian English.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we watch a video clip before discuss the greedy. Okay, yeah. Please enjoy the video.
When I was a little girl, there were real prices and mom prices. Real prices got you shiny, sparkly things that lasted 3 weeks, and mom prices got you brown things that lasted forever. Did you notice they were 50% off? But when I looked into shop windows, I saw another world. A dreamy world full of perfect things. A world where grown-up girls got what they wanted. They were beautiful, like fairies or princesses. They didn't even need any money. They had magic cards. I wanted one. Little did I know, I would end up with 12. Rebecca Bloomwood. Occupation, journalist. Jacket, Visa. Dress, Amex. Belt, MasterCard. It's vintage, and I got 1% cash back. Bag, Gucci. I'm worth every penny. Moving to New York, I met guys, and that kind of put things in perspective. Because you know that thing when you see someone cute and he smiles, and your heart kind of goes like warm butter sliding down hot toast? Well, that's what it's like when I see a store. Only it's better. You see, a man will never love you or treat you as well as a store. If a man doesn't fit, you can't exchange him 7 days later for a gorgeous cashmere sweater. A store always smells good. A store can awaken a lust for things you never even knew you needed. And when your fingers grasp those shiny new bags, oh yes! Oh yes! Oh no! Spend $900.
So you are covering the Yard and Tool Expo, right?
I'm on it. Okay, don't panic. Calm, calm. Bloomingdale's. Well, that will be the pants. I had to get the pants to match the shoes. Hold on. Somebody stole my credit card. Oh my gosh. Somebody has stolen my credit card and gone on an insane spending spree around New York. No! Outdoor World? I've never been to Outdoor World. Please.
Yes, you have. You bought that tent, remember?
No, I didn't.
For Kristen's going away present.
I've never seen a tent.
I organized the collection and then we gave you the money.
Okay, applause to the production of the video clip. Yeah, okay. Okay, basically this movie was produced in 1999. It's during the economic bubble in America. They suffered this due to insane shopping and create a lot of bubble economy. So Walt Disney produced this movie to remind the people don't overspending. Okay, yeah. Okay, Junjie, can you roughly explain now what do you watch from the movie? Okay.
So the clip shows a lady who is obsessed with shopping. So yeah, and I don't think she know how to control her shopping because she paid everything through credit cards. They give us a false feeling that she have all the money she have. But then after that, she panicked when she see the bills coming at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's all. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Yuki, can you please try to elaborate since her childhood? It seems that what happened now we see is something is quite related to her childhood. Yeah. From the video clip.
I think she equate happiness to shopping. She feels that the desire is when she shop, that is even better than loving a guy lah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit.
Give her the high. Whenever she purchase, she feel that she's well loved. But after that, only reality set in. I think when she was young, she saw a lot of people having a lot of things. But I think maybe at the time, I look at it, she don't have the money to purchase. So that is where she equate that. So when she have able to earn her own money, so that's why she keep buying and buying and buying for happiness.
No, she's still unable to earn the money. She buy everything with the credit card.
Yeah.
With the 12, you see. Okay, you see, if you observe the detail, I found that the screenplay did a very great job. You see, in the beginning, you say, there's two stuff. One is the mother price, one is the real price. So mother price mean the buy the thing is not that good one, you see. And then some younger they laugh over her, right? And not they laugh and say, you got a bad thing. So meaning to say he start to build up the inferior complex due to for being sarcastically laughed by somebody, a girl. Then later on, the second scene, you go to watch the window shopping, right? He said, oh, so beautiful. And then he said, oh, so it seems she liked it. It's still in the childhood. Then later on, you said, oh, it seems a magic card can do everything by having a magic card. So end up, once he become adult, so he just want to own everything. And it seems, the insane buying, it seems try to, how should we put it? He should try to heal his inferiority complex, you see. So I keep on buying the thing just to fill up the inferiority complex. Because he had been, the people laugh over her before. So now it's like a redemption, he tried to redeem for it. So he want to possess more, you see. So I noticed the screenplay is, have done a very great job, you see. So later on, he say, oh, okay, he say, it seems shopping is better than the boyfriend, right? Because of why he doesn't like the boyfriend, because you can't exchange your boyfriend after 7 days if you're dissatisfied with it, right? Now, but whatever you bought in the shopping mall, you can exchange it. Maybe it's in American, it's like this. Then you know this or not? Once you pay the cashier, and then all the cashier hug her, you see or not? So we need to say that the environment created by the storekeeper is very attractive to this type of lady. You see, if you quite empty in your home, so this type of the store can create the environment for you. Even including the sales girl to hug you. Well, does it happen? Sharon in our mall here with the sales girl hug you after you pay for it in our Malaysia. Does it happen?
I don't think they hug us here. Maybe there is the American style.
Yeah, it's not our country.
Shop a lot. Yeah, sometimes they will be very nice to you, and maybe they will try to give you some free gift or something like that.
Yeah, and Sharon, you need to say sometimes you buy, it's not because of the product, it's because the smile of the sales girl, you mean. Possible? You buy because the smile of the smile and the friendliness of the sales girl, but not solely the product only, right? Sometimes you see not. Okay.
Maybe,
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah, once you're younger. Yeah, the movie actually is for grandchildren. We are not at that age. No. You are not at that age anymore. I think you are not at that age anymore. It's for your grandchildren, for Mrs. Cake Okay, maybe for grandchildren. I think it's still applicable for them, right? I think this video clip is still applicable to your grandchildren. Okay. Because what the storekeeper tried to do is the same only. So I remember I was dining with some Dharma friends, you see. So in a shopping mall. So I recall this movie. So I asked the other Dharma friend, I said, oh, I watched, I watched a video clip. It's about the shopaholic. I don't know whether it's real or not. Accidentally, a lady besides me said, oh, actually, I'm the one. She said, I'm quite enjoying shopping, especially I buy the bag, you see. So I say, what do you feel once you got your bag? She said, oh, it seems that I'm in the paradise when I got the bag. So I said, how long you'll be staying in the paradise? Oh no, it's about 3 to 7 days on here. So what do you do after you drop down from the paradise? Oh, so I will buy another one. So that I will be continue forever in the paradise, you see. But she said, oh, I don't use my credit card. I have my own money. So I enjoy this, you see. She said, okay, if nothing to do, so she will bring up the shoes and the bag. She said she'll go to polish it. Oh, she said, I'm really in the paradise once I do this. Well, this is the lady way, but men, we got our own way, right? Lady maybe go to polish the car. People used to say, oh, the car is a second wife, right? For the men, right? So men, we have our own preference. Same only, it still is the 5 tangible object. It depends. It's just our sex is different, so our preference is different only. Okay. So from here we go back to this. See, class. So once we talk about this, you see, greed is the first unwholesome root. Why we call it as unwholesome root? Because basically, the greed itself will determine the characteristic of our consciousness. If your consciousness is considered greedy, there must be the unwholesome root of the greedy. So we call it as a greedy. Okay. So how do we differentiate it? You see, okay, it covers all the degrees of longing, attachment, and clinging. So meaning to say that this is a different degree of greed. So some greed, maybe it's just a little greed. Like after the class, okay, we're going to have a dinner, right? So basically, we will eat our favorite food. Just a little greed only. But if you compare, you go to gambling, and you borrow money from the shark loan, wow, that one is very strong attachment. One of my Dharma friend, he mentioned to me, he said, he must go to the Genting, at least about 5 per annum. He said each time when she getting closer to the casino, so she says the heartbeat is very strong. You see, wow, It's very exciting. So once he reached there, he said, oh, so exciting. Yeah, before starting the game, once she won the money, he said, oh, even stronger, you see. So that is very strong attachment already. So that's why she cannot refrain herself from entering the casino. Every year, at least 5 times, she mentioned to me. But I think if you, I think it is out of expectation because the outlooking doesn't look like she will go to the casino. She looks so, she's a lady look like a Sharon It's very elegant and it's talk nicely. Okay, with the beautiful hair. It doesn't look like gambling in the casino in the crazy way. It doesn't look like that. But she told me, she says during the childhood, her family prefer gambling. So she got a habit due to the family. See or not? The family has strong influence to the offspring. See. Then let's take a look. Is mentioned its characteristic is grasping the object. You see. Grasping the object. The function is sticking like a mystic at a hot pan. Then it seems it cannot giving up. And the proximate cause is seeing enjoyment in things that leads to the bondage, you see. Basically, you don't recognize that it's a bondage. You see the lady, he keep on shopping. Actually, the joy is momentary only. But he doesn't realize that that's a bondage. For her, without the joy, okay, without going for the shopping, it seems like she's empty, you see. So that's why she have to keep on shopping. And one thing, why people will get addicted to something, maybe you are trying to avoid some trouble. Maybe you are not happy within the family, you're not happy in your occupation, you're not happy with a friend, so you try to avoid this. So by shopping, by go to the casino, is one way, okay, to make you forget, all the trouble. At least, a momentary. So sometimes you try to avoid something. Basically, if you go deep, why people addict to a particular hobbies. Okay. We call it as a bondage. You see, in Buddhism, we call it as a bondage. Basically, we may say that, oh, that's the bondage. Actually, what really binds us is the feeling, it's the joy. Our heart is very practical. Okay, class. If let's say, okay, you got durian. This is a local durian. So this is a T24, and one is the Musang King. Can you tell me what's the sequence of eating the durian? Mr. Slim, what is your sequence of eating the durian? One is the local, second is the T24, third is the Musang King. What's your sequence eating the durian? Mr. Slim, yes.
I would prefer local.
Then you eat what? You have to eat.
Definitely, if can afford, I will pick Musang King.
No. Okay, no, I got you. You got 3 types of the durian in front of you. What is your sequence to eat the durian?
Sequence.
The sequence, yes.
So the first one is what?
Yes. Which one you eat first?
I will eat I will leave the best to the last.
No, yeah, this is good. This is correct. Why? Because if you eat Musang King in the first place, you don't want to eat the T24 and local durian. Why?
Yes.
Yeah, because due to the joy we experience, you see.
Yeah.
If you go to ask the people if they try the authentic coffee before, we call it 精品咖啡, the grinding coffee before, you ask them to drink the $1.50 coffee, they don't want one. Why? Because their taste bud have been upgraded to the high level.
Yes.
With the premium thing. I think same. If once you experience the premium of the good food, you don't want to downgrade yourself.
Yes.
You choose the good one.
Cannot take already.
Yeah. So class, meaning to say that we are always victimized by our feeling. Our feeling is very, very practical. Which one is joyer? So we want to repeat it. This is what is our heart what our heart playing. So we always be careful. Sometimes it is irresistible. It's not because of the things, it's because the feeling which attached together with the thing. The feeling is the point. Am I right? If let's say you're so attached to the thing, for example, ice cream, okay, if I pick out the ice cream from my mouth to you, I think you don't want to eat, right? You feel so glee, isn't it? So what you really want is not the ice cream itself. What you want is the feeling from the ice cream. So always remember how a feeling is the key point, you see. So we need to say that the bondage can create the feeling. So we want to enjoy the feelings again. So we try to bring the bondage. Okay. Basically, sometimes you have to spend a lot of money in order to create a bondage. Okay. So that's we call as a greedy. Okay. In Buddhism, okay, how we tackle this? Okay. Basically, it is quite normal for us. For being attached, to the thing. If let's say this is more attachment, I think you better keep it because you are not a monk. Even though we are a monk, we have to keep a little bit enjoy. A little bit enjoyment is quite reasonable. Because of the joy will moisture your life. You feel, oh, good, the life is good. So you have to keep a little bit hobby. We have to keep it. But if let's say the attachment is detrimental to the health, and also will cause trouble to people, we have to give it up. But in order to give up, especially the addiction, maybe you addict to the alcohol, you addict to the gambling. So one thing is you must get a replacement in the first place. A replacement is very important. So I heard that one of the Dharma friend, she's prefer gambling. She also addict and start to borrow from all the loan shark. She tried to call to her family. She said, "Oh, the loan shark is chasing me. Is looking me for the money. Can you try to give me more money to pay for the loan shark?" You know how does the family respond? Her family members say, "You please go and jump and commit suicide. We don't want to bother you anymore." Oh, the family member talk in this. Maybe you feel it is very cruel. But if you really got family member who get trouble in gambling, you understand. You have to respond in this way. Because sometimes if they're truly addicted now, it's very hard for you to help them. They themselves can help themselves, and basically they will act, so well, and even they can earn all the awards, even the Golden Globe Award or Oscar Award. They can earn all the award, and until you cannot differentiate. Oh, this is their acting, you see. So they are willing to sacrifice many things just to get your money. They try to kill their personality just to get the money for gambling, you see. So that's why, okay, so no choice, okay. But finally he get money to pay back, okay. But later on, she noticed that there's one replacement for her he find and make him forget the gambling. Is the baby. She become a babysitter, So she take care with a few baby, So the baby make her so happy until you forget the gambling, you see. So that is the good example. I noticed that you want to get it off you want to remove the habit of gambling. You must get the replacement, and the joy of the replacement must be as strong as the gambling or even better than it. So maybe the baby girl, the joy from taking care of the baby is so strong. So the baby helped her. So I feel so good. Luckily, she removed the habit already. Okay. Yeah, do you have one to share any sort of experience? You want? A very short one. It's about the greediness. Okay, no. Okay, now we go further. Okay, in Buddhism, basically, we got a few greediness. If let's say you are attached to your own body, there is a meditation skill. We call it as 32 part of the body. Plus, you can copy down, and one day you can go to join the retreat. So let's take a look. Yeah, this one. It's a meditation on 32 part of the body. We call it as 32 part, 32 body part meditations. Okay. If you meditate 32 part of the body, meaning to say that you try to meditate the different part of the body, like what you see here, the spleen, the liver, the intestine, part by part. So after the contemplation, you will be detached from your body. You will notice that your body is so fullness. Okay. Another meditation method is quite famous. We call it as the fullness contemplation. Plus, you can write it down. This is a fullness contemplation. Fullness meditation. You see the monk, you try to contemplate, okay, the fullness of the corpse. Fullness meditation is practiced according to the different stage of the decay of the body. Our body will decay stage by stage, all right? It had been, have been categorized for 10 stages. Each stages to help you to encounter the desire. Okay. Well, if let's say, okay, class, one thing have to remind you, if let's say the people just newly married, they already have a children, don't ask them to go to do this type of meditation, because this type of meditation, if let's say it's very working, so the attachment gone. Do you know not the attachment is necessary to create a children, you know. You know what I mean? Attachment is necessary to create a children, you know. If you use the meditation method, to demolish all, to destroy all this type of attachment, so they can no more produce offspring, you know. They might be blamed by the parents, you see. So just don't simply to introduce people to do this type of meditation. Okay, must be right person, right time to do the right thing. Do you get it? So you see now, most of you are about to retire. So very suitable to do this fullness contemplation with the guidance of the teacher also. Why? Because if you don't practice the fullness meditation in the proper way, 1,000 years ago, people commit suicide due to the successful of the meditation. Why? Because if you are able to success in the meditation, you will see everybody as a skeleton, you know. Class, you know or not? If you make it so meaning to say that now I see Sharon is a skeleton, the Waki is a skeleton, everybody is a skeleton, you know. So they will feel so foulness over the body. So they commit suicide. They said the body is so fullness, it's so dirty, you see. So you create this type of perception, you see. So this is reason why Shakyamuni realized this. So he shift the method from fullness contemplation to the anapanasati, because anapanasati is milder compared with the fullness contemplation. Okay, class, do you get it? So sometimes you learn the method, preferably you follow a teacher. Just don't follow the book, because you don't know the pros and cons. And sometimes what we worry, if you meditate too well, you know, you perform too well, then you're not able to cope this, you see. The merit of meditation is too well, and you're not ready for it. It will end up as a devastation, you see. Okay. Okay, like a children, like a teenager, they're 15 years old, 16 years old. If let's say they win the jackpot with $1 million, actually it may end up as a devastation. Just like us, the meditation experience will end up as a devastation if we are not ready without the guidance of a teacher. Okay, so just don't overthink that. You meditate well is good for you. It depends on your readiness, your preparation. Okay, next we talk about this. Okay, this is the fullness contemplation. Okay, now second is abandoning the greed. Mr. Teo, can you write it out? Abandoning hatred. On the mic, please, Mr. Teo.
abandoning hatred. Hatred, those are the second unwholesome root, comprises all kinds of degrees of aversions, ill will, anger, irritations, annoyance, and animosity. Its characteristics is ferocity. Its function is to spread or to put up its own support. That is the mind and body in which it arises. It is manifested as persecuting, and its proximate cause is a ground for annoyance.
Please highlight the point. Okay, we are going to watch a second video clip before we proceed for the discussion. Okay, so let's take a look to the video clip and enjoy it.
Don't you dare loose another arrow! Merida, I forbid it! I've just about had enough of you, lass.
You're the one that wants me to.
Embarrassed them. You embarrassed me.
I followed the
You
rules.
don't know what you've done. Don't
care how
fire and sword if it's not set right.
Just listen.
I am the queen. You listen to me.
Oh, this is so unfair.
Unfair.
You're never there for me. This whole marriage is what you want. Do you ever bother to ask what I want? No. You walk around telling me what to do, what not to do, trying to make me be like you. Well, I'm not going to be like you.
Oh, you're acting like a child.
You're a beast. I'll never be like you.
Stop that.
I'd rather be like you.
You are a princess. I expect you to act like one. Merida! Merida! Oh no. Oh my God.
Okay, applause to the production of video clip. Okay, actually this is one part of the movie. Okay, yeah, Mrs. Kik, can you try to explain what you watched just now? On the mic, please, Mrs. Kik.
From what I understand, the queen is trying to make her follow to be like her.
Okay.
But she has got her own mind. She wants to do her own things. So she doesn't agree to be dictated.
Okay. So that's the conflict we saw lah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Teo, can you add in some more? Which Mrs. K miss out? Yeah. Mr. Teo.
Of course, the young ladies she's not happy with what the king control her. That's why she ran away.
Yeah, okay. You notice or not? Okay, once there's a conflict, right? Okay. So the young lady, the queen, the princess have done something, right? She is using the knife to cut something, right? Okay, actually that pieces of thing is knitted by the queen, you know. We saw 3 people, there is a family, you see. So meaning to say that once the princess is very angry, she tried to destroy her mother's favorite, you see. And then once she do this stuff, then her mother turned angry also. So what did her mother do? Mr. Teo, remember what did her mother do?
Burn her this arrow.
The arrow, right? Actually, the princess, the princess preferred to the hunting, you know. So meaning to say, she likes the arrow very much. But so the mother tried to burn her favorite also. So class, you see, then after that, what happened to the mother? After that, you remember? So the mother said, "Oh, what did I do?" She said, So meaning to say she regret, right? Do you know this regret?
I mean, can't recover back.
You see. So class, I think this is quite common. Maybe we experienced many times before. Okay, during the conflict, it seems that once we are angry, we have the inclination to destroy what the people like. Am I right? He will destroy what I like. I will destroy what he likes. But after we did all this, we all both regret later on. Am I right? But sometimes the wound, the scar is too deep, and you cannot recover it. You cannot heal it sometimes. You see or not? Okay. So class, from here we go back to our notes. Let's take a look. You see, hatred is a dosa. It's a second unwholesome root. Comprises all kinds of degrees of aversion, ill will, anger, irritation, annoyance, and animosity. So these are different degrees of the angry. It could be from a very little to the very strong one. Basically, I mean, the little one, we maybe just call this is the dissatisfaction. Basically, the dissatisfaction begins from a small thing. Begin from the small thing, especially in the family. Okay, maybe okay, some people they use the toothpaste, right? Toothpaste. Some people prefer squirts at the middle, some prefer squirts at the bottom. Well, this is the difference can cause, I mean, the dissatisfaction already. If let's say the dissatisfaction, you just keep it grow up without the communication, finally it can become the aversion. That might be the accumulating, especially in the family and the company. So these small things sometimes communication is necessary. Then what else? Let's take a look. Okay, it says its characteristic is the ferocity. Okay, it's very easy to recognize people who are angry. Then is to burn up its own support. Plus, the support means the heart. The heart. 1,000 years ago, Buddhism noticed that our heart is the major organ. To run our consciousness. Okay, meaning to say that you see, wherever you feel. Okay, so one thing. You see, we have perception. We have our way to see things, right? We have our way to respond. Okay, after we receive some message from our faculty. All right. You think our brain is the major organ to respond, or is the heart? Number one is the brain, second is the heart. You think which one is the major organ to respond? After you receive the information from the 5 faculty.
One.
Okay, Junjie, okay. It's Junjie number 1. It's the brain, right? You work for the brain. Okay, second is the heart. Okay. Okay, Yuki says the heart. Okay, Sharon is the heart. Okay,
I say,
Yuki
I
is
say
the
one.
brain. Brain. How about Mr. Teo? Brain or heart?
Me one.
Brain. Okay. So there's a mixture. Okay. How about Li Ping? Li Ping, you vote for which one? Okay, number one is the brain. Okay, class, basically we will believe that the brain is the major organ. Why? It's due to our recent scientific research. Because from the stroke people, okay, the scientists noticed that whichever part you stroke, then the outcome is the malfunction of certain part of the body. So they noticed that the brain is the major faculty. But do you realize or not, recently, there are so many cases that especially involve the transplant of the heart. If the old people have been transplanted the heart from the young people, so he will behave like a young people. Maybe the old people doesn't eat chili, never eat chili. But after the implant, he start eating the chili. He start playing the teenaging game. All this happen, you know. And it's not one game only, many games, you see. So meaning to say that the personality of the person is not totally carried by the brain. It's more complicated than that. It involves our heart also. If let's say, okay, if you feel very sad, why you say, oh, my heart is broken? Why don't you say, oh, my brain is broken? Right? You always say, oh, my heart is broken, right? You don't say, oh, my brain is broken, right? Okay. And you feel sad, basically we'll hold, oh, I feel so sad. Or you will say, oh, I feel so sad. Which part you are holding? You're holding your heart, right? You say, oh, I feel so sad, you see. Okay. Well, I can tell you, basically, both organs, they are related. But if let's say it involves, it depends on what how to say, what energy it carries. If let's say it is electromagnetic, if you talk about the electromagnetic wave, our heart might be 1,000 times more than the brain. So let me show you another video clip by scientists, which is the proof from science. It shows that a particular wave actually heart carry more than the brain. So let me show you now. So let's take a look.
Amazing feeling of freedom. I saw that I was bigger than I do, was bigger than my mind, was everything and everyone. Where one is able to understand that this body is simply a garment. It simply changes clothes from day to day. That the body is simply being used by the soul. human heart is now documented as the strongest generator of both electrical and magnetic fields in the body. Now, this is important because we've always been taught that the brain is where the action is. The brain has an electrical field, it does have a magnetic field, but they're relatively weak compared to the heart. The heart is about 100 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger, 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. And the reason this is important is because the physical world as we know it is made of those two fields of energy, electrical and magnetic fields of energy, electromagnetic fields. Our own physics books now tell us if we can change either the magnetic field of an atom or the electrical field of the atom, by doing that we literally change that atom, we change the stuff that our bodies in this world are made of. And it appears now that the human heart is designed to do both, to change both the electrical field and the magnetic field of our bodies and our world, and they do so in response to the emotions that we create between our heart and our brain.
Okay, class, applause to the video clip. Okay, so it's a convincible, huh? So Junjie, is the heart also play important role, huh? You always think about the brain only, huh? All right, okay. So let's take a look. Class, basically this sentence is from the Abhidhamma, huh? It's from the Abhidhamma, okay, huh? It's the support, you see, and the body and the mind, which is arises, it is manifested as persecuting, and its proximate cause is a ground for annoyance. Let's take a look. Ground for annoyance. So basically, meaning to say that the stranger can never hurt us as great as our best friend, because our best friend knows us very well. So they know what is our preference, and by destroying our preference, they can hurt us. You see, we do the same thing. So always be mindful. So in Buddhism, you are encouraged to join Metta Bhavana after the course. Metta Bhavana is very common and popular meditative method in Theravada, especially. Many teachers can teach. It is advisable for you to go to join. So this is please copy down the name. This is the Metta Bhavana. Metta Bhavana. Please go and join the meditation retreat for the Metta Bhavana, so that you can overcome your anger easily. Okay, anyway, in Mahayana, sometimes we will pray for Guanyin, we chant for Guanyin. It's quite same also. Basically, Guanyin is the manifestation of the compassionate. It's the compassionate manifestation. Once you always think for Guanyin, your mind will be always filled with the compassionate. So if you don't like a Theravada way of meditation, you can opt for Mahayana, chant the Guanyin, the name, and then you feel the joy from the Guanyin, the compassionate from the Guanyin. Always think that Guanyin is an example. You should act like Guanyin. So your compassion will be arises, and then it can easily for you to forgive to the people. Okay. So class, so this is the class for today. Okay. So I hope you can do a little bit recapitulation.